A chicken coop video was requested, so here you go. I built this coop 2 years ago. I've got 9 chickens. I've had upwards of 15. There's no roof on this chicken run, which has proven to be problematic because the raccoons have climbed over, and the worst part is they eat most of the chicken food. Future plans include a wire that goes around the top and a solar electric fence, but that's around 250 bucks. So around the coop I have lots of mint planted. That's just for the personal reasons. I love the smell of mint and not so much the smell of a chicken coop. The windows right here are just kind of built into the wooden frame, so they're not actually windows, they're just window panes. I got them $5 a piece from I don't know, like Goodwill or something, one of those salvage places. So they're just propped open with a stick like this. In the winter, I can shut it. I have what I like to call like a phase 4 lockdown, which is in the dead winter, or if I think the chickens are in danger from raccoons or something, deadbolts. So I actually made this window. By the way, if you don't have an egg retriever or golf ball retriever, super handy for when the hens decide they want to lay in the coop or in the chicken run for no reason. So the window just kind of is hinged, just kind of routed it in, just a simple little drill. So the window sits inside like this. So in the winter, if we have snow coming, I usually shut it just so nothing blusters around. This deadbolt right here comes out, prevents anyone from opening it, primarily chickens. There's a sliding door on the inside right there. It goes up to a little PVC tube, comes out here, and that's how I control the door on the outside, so I never actually have to go into the coop. This rope wears out once a year. The egg box is right here. I built it specifically for my wife and kids, who are all shorter than myself. The best divider that I have found is actually this corrugated board. I need to find more. But each one's about, I don't know, 2 feet. The ones on the outside are a little bigger. And it's actually not uncommon for me to find 2 chickens cuddled up together in this box laying at the same time. So this well, I should say the majority of this coop was built with spare resources. A neighbor was moving and just had a bunch of OSB, or this 1/4-inch plywood. And I kind of salvaged the 2x4s. This is my little helper. So, Kaden, can you look for eggs? Put that down. Look for eggs.
No.
Come on, get up there. So this is my little helper. Kaden's 2.5. Come on, get your foot up there. He usually helps with the eggs. There we go. Nope. Did we just get them? Yeah. Here's the profile of the chicken coop. In construction, one of the things that I did to make my life easier is I just took 2x4 and created my own rafters. You can see them right here. I kept the rafters continuing all the way through, just notched it on the 2x4 wall. That gave me an 8-foot roof line, and then I just used that corrugated. I actually used metal. There it is. You can see, depending on how well this focuses, all the mud on this corner post is just raccoons climbing this. I've always planned to put an electric wire across the top. You can see I've got the grommets and everything ready. I just need money. And right now it's not worth it for me to spend $250 to put an electric fence on. So I think the coop's length is about 20 feet by something like 15. You might notice I put a gutter on the roof that catches the water. The 20-25 gallon metal bucket holds their chicken food, goes down to a 4-inch PVC, a corner, so it's an automatic feeder. There's a video on YouTube that takes the 4-inch tube, shows that you put like a reducer on the inside of it. It's kind of tricky. Then the water bucket usually fills up, and then the plan was to have this be the main waterer, but the weight of the water just kept pulling the tubing from underneath, pulling it off. So instead I just have it dripping down to a 5-gallon bucket, and the raccoons keep knocking it off. So inside, usually it's locked up a little tighter than this. But again, I've got 1 latch, 2 latch, mostly for neighbor kids. And this is the inside of the coop. Right now I've got about 6 to 8 inches of pine duff in there. This board right here is removable so that it makes for easy cleaning. And the height of this is 3-4 inches above my wheelbarrow, so it's easy to clean it out. Here's the inside look of the boxes. The window, a heating lamp in the winter just in case. You can see the PVC tube running across the top to guide the lever. There it is. I've got a stop block so I don't pull the door too far up. The little door, it opens up more or less depending on the knot I tie out there. And then I just used natural sticks for the roost and just toenailed it in. Again, I've had upwards of 15 full-sized chickens living in this coop before. So this is as far back as I can really go. The sun's kind of peeking in and out, making filming hard. So I've got my chicken coop here, my beehives here. The plan is to make this more into a flower bed, a natural flower bed. Right now it's kind of a natural weed bed. A lot of mint planted throughout my yard for the bees. And then apple trees in between most of the beehives. So in the spring they've got some blossoms, but mostly the apple trees are here just for future apples. Here's the coop. You can see the food. I actually took 1 ladder rung. It's a single ladder, and I just cut it in half on a 45, put it together, and the chickens love sitting up here. It's just a simple ladder, 1 rung, cut it in half, 45'd it, put it together, and those are old fence boards I got from someone. So this entire coop maybe cost me $250, but I don't want to make that sound like anyone can do it for $250. All the 4x4s were given to me, as well as the plywood. And then that turquoise sheeting I actually bought myself. In the winter, we wrap these, okay, I say winter, but it's middle of August, so I never took them off. But these lights around the coop, it looks super sharp when it's snowing out. We made it look pretty nice. Usually, if I'm more on top of my game and not really busy at work, I've got these little hanging basket holders. So they're baskets here. The plan is to plant bushes around the front to conceal a little bit more of the messiness of the bottom of the coop. I bought these solar lights from Aldi. I think there's a far one, something like $3-4. These things are like lasting 2 years. Every once in a while something breaks, like this one. I had to glue back on the solar panel, but it's still going. And I haven't been able to find nice cheap solar lights like this. But that lights up the coop in the evenings just to look at it. If I had to do this again, The only thing I would do is plan the electric fence earlier in on the process. Other than that, there we go. Really happy with the way everything turned out. If you have any questions about this coop, just shoot me a message. I'm pretty responsive. The automatic water, great idea. I just have to stop the raccoons from tipping it over. And the feeder right there, it goes from a 2-gallon lid or a 25-gallon aluminum can. Then I use the toilet flange on the inside to take it down to a 4-inch. And then inside the 4-inch is a 3-inch to 2-inch reducer. And then that 2-inch piece in there is cut at a 45 angled to the side, and that will hold over 3 weeks of food for my 10 chickens. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh yeah, and in the evenings, I let my chickens out to eat bugs. So, thanks for watching.